Dandelion by Kayla Hicks. One beautiful spring morning, Dandelion opened her petals and stretched out her leaves in the warm, bright sun. She could not believe how beautiful the world around her was. Turning around, Dandelion saw she was surrounded by a large garden full of greens, yellows, reds, purples, and oranges. She marveled at the bright, vibrant colors around her. There were beautiful flowers in different sizes and colors as far as she could see. She leaned over to get a closer look at a blue flower with a yellow center. "Hello, I'm Dandelion. Your petals are so beautiful." The flower gazed back at Dandelion suspiciously. "I am blue and yellow because I am a pansy. We are known for our bright colors." "It's lovely to meet you, Pansy," Dandelion said cheerfully. "I hope we can be friends." Dandelion leaned to her left, towards a purple flower that had many small blossoms, each one full of bright purple. "Hello, I'm Dandelion. Your many blossoms are so wonderful and full of rich color." The purple flower straightened up with a smile. "Thank you. We heathers are known to be eye-catching." "Oh, you certainly are," replied Dandelion. All day long, Dandelion happily soaked in the sun while the other flowers watched her curiously. "Everyone stand tall! Someone is coming!" Heather suddenly called out. Dandelion was confused. Who was coming? Before Dandelion had time to ask, something large came down into the garden. It wrapped around Heather, pulling her up and out of the garden. All the while she smiled, holding her blossoms open and bright. "Where's Heather going?" Dandelion asked. "To someone's home," exclaimed Pansy. "We live in a garden in the middle of the park. As people walk by, sometimes people reach into the garden to pick us and take us home." Dandelion smiled, standing up as straight as she could, hoping she would be the next one to be picked. A few days went by, and many people had come to pick from the garden. On the fourth day, Dandelion slumped as a cloud drifted over the bright, warm sun. "Pansy, do all the flowers get picked?" Dandelion asked. Pansy stood straight, stretching out her petals. "Yes, most of the flowers get picked." Dandelion smiled, standing tall once more, showing off her own beautiful petals. "What are you doing?" Pansy asked. "Waiting for someone to pick me," Dandelion said. Pansy frowned. "But Dandelion, you are not a flower. You are a weed." Dandelion frowned. "What is a weed?" "A weed is something that shouldn't be in a garden," Pansy said. "People usually take them away from the flowers." "But I have petals and leaves like a flower. We look the same." "I am sorry, Dandelion. You may look like a flower, but you are a weed. Weeds usually aren't taken home," Pansy said. 2 days had gone by, and just as Pansy said, almost all of the flowers had been picked. The only ones left in the garden were heathers, some pansies, and Dandelion. "Everyone stand tall! Someone is coming!" Pansy suddenly called out. Hoping to be picked, Dandelion stood up as straight and as tall as she could, her bright yellow petals stretched wide. This time, when the large thing came down, it chose Pansy. Dandelion felt so sad as she watched Pansy rise from the garden that she almost did not notice the other large thing coming into the garden. "Everyone stand tall! Someone is coming!" one of the heathers yelled again. When the large thing came down, however, this time it was coming for her. Dandelion was being lifted into the air, leaving behind the garden she knew. She started becoming worried, thinking about what Pansy had said. What if this person saw Dandelion was a weed and put her back? Before Dandelion could worry any more, she found herself staring at a small person who had lots of curly orange petals and dots all over their face. "Honey, are you sure? That is a weed," a voice said. "No, it's not. It's a flower. It looks different than all of the other flowers, just like me. We are both different." Then the small person smiled, and so did Dandelion.